We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Dallas Cowboys. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Let's go now. Go to base. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it here with Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down going absolutely nowhere as he'll lose about 3 on the play. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they... 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Check 13. Check 13.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, check, check. Hey, lock it. Go.
Elliott running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Hey, shoot. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big shoot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Go out. Under. Hey. Mike's 49. Let's go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
22 jet bombers. Now.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 59, right?
Here's 2nd and 8. Gets it to Gordon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Chargers 0.
Here we go. Watch the screen. Mike Spartan.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Rock it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on second down, Fields. Able to get this to Gordon. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
55 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shoot. Alert 3.
Bam.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, let's get a commercial.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check 55, Mike. I got him.
Ready?
Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You see me?
Joey Bosa, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
It's now 3rd down.
Got it.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Deep dribble. Deep dribble.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 10th carry now for Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Watch twitch.
What? Squeeze.
Switch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Ready, set.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
Bravo.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his man. It's Austin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, box drop, box, hit it.
2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready.
49, guys. Mike, 49. What's the run? They're running it. Check. Fresno.
Greystone, travel.
25. Check 25.
Rock it. Get it.
Now Elliott. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play.
At the 18-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Protein spill. Ready.
They'll try again with Elliott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Let's go.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Deep grip.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Room here to run. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
First down.
Wait. Even.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I don't think you got it, son. Check 3.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 26. Watch out. Slam. Hatchet.
Hey, Charlie. Let go.
2nd and 5. Completes it to Austin. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
Get that quarterback and all costs.
Leo.
Crouch.
Fight.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly because they're not...
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 data.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
From From the gun, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Gordon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Over the middle, complete. It's Carroll. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 52.
Hey, Sam off.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run with Smith, and he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Elliott. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Off play action. Fields. Now a desperate. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
X3, 218, chopper.
Crash, alert flare.
Hey, seam 6. Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball.
Let's go. Do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Dallas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next 2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.